So this one was interesting. Somebody sent me this earlier this week, but Governor Stitt vetoes public safety bill he calls a wolf in sheep's clothing, while Choctaw Nation calls it common sense. So this was House Bill 3501, received support from more than 96% of the Oklahoma legislature, according to the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. And it's a common sense measure. Stitt says that it would require the state to carry out tribal court adjudications, no questions asked. Specifically, it would bind the Department of Public Safety to recognize and act upon reports of conviction submitted by the courts of any federally recognized Indian tribe located anywhere in the state of Oklahoma in the same manner it acts upon reports of conviction from state and municipal courts. So just think about that for 1 second. So the law of the land is state and municipal courts report that they, to the Department of Public Safety, hey, we convicted this person. The Department of Public Safety says, yeah, sure. And the tribes are just saying, hey, if our courts report that we convicted someone, you guys say, yeah, sure. Like, it's so petty and crazy. Like, also, too, a lot of times these are, they're sharing federal resources. Who knows? This may end up getting challenged in court or something. But House Bill 3501 was designed to strengthen relationships between the tribal courts and law enforcement and kind of smooth things out. Anyway, yeah, just another petty Stitt trying to get at the tribes at a sacrifice of just public safety just functioning, like it's just going to create more burden on the system to try and sort things out.
Yeah, this bill just seemed like it was like aimed to make the home McGirt decision a little bit easier for these different agencies to sort of share information amongst one another, or at least communicate a little bit better. And Stitt is just, he is the sheep in wolf's clothing. Because why is he so scared of everything? Like,
well, I think the reality of the circumstance looks like this. They're realizing they might have to deal with a bunch of bullshit regarding McGirt, and like you said, Anna, like it's part of his way of waging war.
right.
And so they're going to try and make it as hard as possible. This is just another step in that fight, right? Like, now they're aggressing in this direction. The other thing, too, that really, really does bother me in this case is the fact that they're using this as an excuse by saying that, they're blocking coordination between justice systems is what's actually happening. But Stitt has also put down bills, as well as other Republican legislators, about, directly putting some parts of law enforcement under the governor's control. Being like, we saw a marijuana bill that just came through that is supposed to redirect funds directly into police departments and services like that. So like the state is getting involved into funding like local like military, as what it really is. It's, they'll say whatever they need to say. I'll say this about Kevin Stitt, though. I think the Republican Party, y'all did a fantastic job of finding a really good mascot. Like, for real. It was a fantastic job finding a really good mascot who had enough of their own money and wanted to do the job so badly that they put $6 million of their own dollars down in the last cycle to just get themselves to this point. And this is what you're dealing with.
So obviously the legislature could override the veto. I think this quote from the Muskogee Creek Nation really sums it up. With his veto, Governor Stitt directly refuses to allow the State Department of Public Safety to revoke state-issued driver's licenses of persons with tribal court convictions of DUI, vehicular manslaughter, negligent homicide, and other specific or specified crimes. That is absurd. And so, it's just going to break down communication around public safety between different jurisdictions. It's just a ridiculously petty and, frankly, stupid attempt to get back at tribes. So, anyway, the fight for tribal sovereignty continues, and man, I hope I haven't seen much of like what, they put out statements, but I haven't seen much about what they're actually doing against it. I really hope they're getting people out on the ground, because folks got to know if they're going to change things. Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.